Well, I got some more pro-Southern stuff here, pro-Confederate stuff. This is actually from the SCV Sons Confederate Veterans site. And this is a members-only t-shirt. But they got other stuff that's not members-only. Also, you can get the flags there. I have to replace the flag up there on the El Camino. It's getting kind of tattered, but I have it set up in such a way that it did last thousands of miles, but there's two extra ones. There's a 3x3 cavalry flags. I just want to point out initially right here that this is right from the SCV magazine. Confederate soldiers are also United States veterans. You can look at 13th Commandant of Marine Corps, General John A. I know we always call it Lejeune. There's no R in there, but Lejeune. Father was a Confederate Captain, Ovid Lejeune. Chesty Puller's grandfather was Confederate Major John Puller. Patton's grandfather. So these are people that fought against the Nazis. The Marine Corps fought against the Nazis. Buckner and Army fought against the fascists over in Japan. General Nathan Bedford Forrest, you know, the ones they always knock today. The third, his grandson from Nathan Bedford Forrest, was shot down and killed over Germany in 1943. His great-grandfather was Confederate General Nathan Bedford Forrest. So Teddy Roosevelt was Georgian Confederate Chief Foreign Agent Captain James Dunwoody, Bullock, CSN, Confederate States Navy. So Harry Truman, everything. So, you know, Southerners were very much overrepresented in defeating the Nazis. So this is definitely not anti-Semitic, so ADL lay off. But I tell you the truth, I think the thumbs down on these videos is coming from Victimization Inc., if you get my drift. So this is another site. Now, you don't have to be a member of any organization. It's got some cool stuff. This is a Don't Tread on Me shirt. This is a patch. This wasn't on the shirt. And it has the flag in the front too. So this also has, it's on the other side. It's the this is a members only shirt, Sons of Confederate Veterans. So you can go to scv.org, then to the general store, and buy merchandise for non-members, or you can try to look up your lineage and see if you could be a member. But they have a lot of non-member stuff at the store, ASCV store, but also there's a lot of other pro-Southern organizations out there that sell stuff. This is from dlgrangers.com. See that? This is from scv.org, and then you go to the store. This is where I bought these flags from. This, I think I got from Cooter's Place. If they're available a lot of other places, I like putting these on a lot of things I own, jackets, t-shirts. If a t-shirt doesn't have something Confederate on it, I'll put it on there, like this one right here. It's got Confederate on it. It's actually, this t-shirt I'm wearing actually says 1776 Patriot, because I'm in an SAR, but Sons of the American Revolution. But the thing is, oh, and I also got these cool glasses. Look at these sunglasses. That came from dlgrangers.com. I haven't seen these anywhere. And when you look through them, they do, you could see the star pattern and stuff. I mean, they're not really like I wouldn't call these driving glasses, but they're cool. You know, if you're at some event, you want to say, I see things through the Southern way perspective, you can put those glasses on it, do your spiel. Anyway, I just love these things, man. Oh, they're cool. Ain't that cool? Ain't that cool? Sunglasses like that. I know the victimization thing. You know, I'm telling you, I think part of the problem I had even on YouTube, demonetization, probably was not even the ADL. Probably some people complaining that are just brainwashed into, or maybe they got a financial gain by being victims. So that could be the other problem. But this, everything that's Confederate is pro-freedom, pro-human rights. That sounds almost like not what you're brainwashed in with today, but it is, because when the South was defeated, we became under one central government, and it's gotten worse and worse and worse. Actually, the wars we got today, except for, say, World War II, because really to defeat fascism was a good thing. World War I, people didn't really, you know, what the hell. A lot of wars were just for money and profit. And the Union's invasion of the South was basically for money and profit. I'm not knocking the Union veterans now. I'm talking about the people up on the top. Like I said, I wouldn't knock the American veterans, but the people on the top are motivated and controlled by the big, powerful oligarchy, financial oligarchy out of New York City mainly, which actually goes all the way back. If you look into 1776, there was a lot of people loyal to the British Crown, and that's not just saying politics, it's being loyal to the global financial aristocracy. And that link has never been broken. Maybe there's different members, but that basic link has never been broken. So, you know, the New York City financial oligarch area, you know, is an area where you have high taxes and very little rights, and the Constitution is always ignored, almost always ignored. It's a gulag, basically. So, and it's the flag. Make sure you put the flag on. The star goes this way. See this? The center star. You're not familiar with that. If you put these flags on, make sure that points up. That's where the middle star, because a lot of people think it's the same this way and that way. You're not looking at it real careful, but the star goes up. Just like you see on here, the star goes up. The star. This one is a, well, the star is going up here too, but this one I think is a representation of a cavalry flag or something. I think it is, possibly. Anyway, and you notice star goes up on the glasses too. So anyway, that's enough on that. But just to say, there's other vendors out there. Just, you're probably better off using a Bing search or DuckDuckGo search, because Google is great on certain things, but if you get into topics they do not like, you know, it's harder to find stuff. So you might want to, you know, if you want to search for Southern, pro-South, pro-Confederate articles for sale, go to Bing.com or DuckDuckGo, whatever, something like that. Because Google seems to bury some of the results. This doesn't pull up that easy on some of the other Google searches. Google's great for, if you're looking for, I need a carburetor part for this 1974 Toyota carburetor that I adapted to my Suzuki 4x4, then Google's great. But for certain things, they don't like us. But I'm hoping to change that, because the Confederates were, the descendants of the Confederates were the main ones that saved the Jewish nation from extinction, from the actual plans that the Nazis wanted to do, and gave their lives. As a matter of fact, this guy is constantly smeared today. Confederate General Nathan Bedford Forrest. And the reality of the situation is, he was very much an early pro-civil rights for blacks advocate. The exact opposite what they freaking paint him in the media. And his grandson died when he was shot down. He was killed over Germany in 1943. He was in the U.S. Army Air Corps, you know, on a bombing mission against the Nazis. And they're saying, you know, and they're saying that this flag, you know what I mean? They associate this flag with that, and I'm like, it's the exact opposite. So I proudly fly my flags, and this is a South Carolina secession flag, which has the Christian cross. I know that's kind of horrible to hear by some people, but I really tell you the truth, I'm not really religious. I lean Jewish. I don't want to say I am Jewish, because I'm not religious in any respect, but there's truth to all religions. I lean Jewish, I'll say that. But I fly my flag with pride all the time, and I wear the stuff with pride all the time. So, but we got a vicious oligarchy, financial oligarchy, which controls the media. It doesn't want freedom to individuals. And then there's certain individuals that are, you know, totally on the government grain doll that need the victimization, or else the money will be cut. So some people are doing it for financial reasons on the top, and there's some people that are doing it for other financial reasons that don't have great finances, but it's their only scam in town. So, yeah, you got Confederate generals, Joe Wheeler, Fitzhugh Lee, but you know, the thing is, if it wasn't for the Southerners fighting in World War II, the Germans would have won. Okay? So, when the ADL, you better get this correct. I'm not knocking the ADL, I like the concept behind it, but you better get this correct. The Confederates are not, they're anti-fascist. They gave their lives and they sacrificed much to fight against the Nazis. If it was not for the Confederates and the descendants of the Confederates and the Southerners, Hitler would have won. we were the main force that actually stopped fascism, together with the Russians, of course. And that's one of the reasons I have my American-Russian Survival channel, which doesn't get many views, but there's going to be an appeal on that channel, which I hope gets to one person that's a Russian oligarch that will help finance the SCV. Because I'm quite well aware of the type of money the Russian oligarchs have. It's a hell of a lot more than what's on Forbes. I can tell you right now, it's a hell of a lot more. You know, $5 billion would be a drop in the bucket to them, but it would be a tremendous boost to the SCV. So we'll see how that works out, because there'll be some appeals to that. But right now I'm pissed off at Susan Wojcicki, because, you know, I've looked on Wikipedia and she voted for Hillary Clinton, so I'm thinking, you know, maybe this is what's wrong with the whole mindset of what's going on YouTube, because, you know, that's beyond politics. I mean, I don't even trust Trump, okay? I don't even trust him. But Hillary's a witch. She's a witch. She's a wicked witch of the West. And I'm like, you know, I could see why we got problems on YouTube. Because with her at the helm, we're going to always have problems, you know? Anyway, that's my thought on that. Over and out.